Well, hello. I actually just wanted to jump on for a few minutes and talk about friends and family supporting you. Whenever, I'm going to switch this camera around. I kind of like it sideways. Get me comfortable here. I normally set this up like on a little platform, and today I'm just going to hold it. Once I figure out my camera, that's better. Okay, so anyways, I'm hiding in my room and just came to chat with y'all for a few minutes about friends and family supporting you. So, I've had a lot of friends and family come and support me on many of my journeys, whatever the journey may be. It could be in your direct sales. It could be in just different decisions that you make, whether you're on boards, off of boards, if you're in, switching churches. I mean, it could be anything. But friends and family supporting you is huge. That's how you know if a person is your true friend. And you really get to know people through your own personal journeys. You get to find out who really has your back. And I know who has my back. And so those that, come on or watch this later, I know who you are and I appreciate you very much. But when it comes, I love you too, Shannon. When it comes to family, that is so hard. Because here's the thing. Family, we didn't get to pick them. We didn't choose them. They didn't go through a process where our walls are up and we slowly bring the wall down to allow them into our life and make a friendship or create that friendship. It is something that we just kind of end up with. We end up with our family. We didn't choose our mom and dad. We didn't choose the circumstances that are surrounding us. We didn't choose our siblings, whether they were older or younger. We weren't part of that decision. We didn't get to choose whether or not we got to have another brother or sister, or if we were going to get rid of a brother or sister. And it's the same goes for our kids. Oh, good job, Heather. I'm glad you found him. It's the same thing as our kids now. They don't get to choose who their brother or sister are or who their parents are. They're stuck with me. They don't have a choice. I am their mom, and that's the end of that. So when it comes to family, it's not a choice that is made. Roberta, I adore you. It's just who we end up with. I mean, God gave us that family. But unfortunately, family could be the ones that hurt us the most, because we love our family, because we adore them. Sometimes we may not like them very much, but when it comes down to it, we love our family. So this is kind of just my thoughts today, where family needs to be supportive regardless of what you're doing. If it is a direct sales, let's say, you sell essential oils, and you have stuff that you clean with that is natural and is not going to affect your children, and it like Melaleuca or doTERRA or Young Living, any of those, let's say you're using those oils and it's safe for your family, and that's something you've chosen to do. Maybe your family member prefers bleach and doesn't care about whether or not it's hazardous. That's their choice, but they need to support you. They need to support whatever endeavor that you go on. They need to support you in the decision that you chose to make it safer for your family. They need to be behind you 100%. Maybe they won't ever purchase from you, but they need to always have that in their head of when their friend Sarah says, I just don't want to use those harsh chemicals on my floors because I have the little baby crawling around. They need to be right there and say, you know what, my sister, my brother, they have the perfect thing for you. They need to be supportive, just like, and that's for us too. And we need to be supportive of them too. No, I think I adore you more, Roberta. So it really has bothered me lately, and I just wanted to get on here and chit chat with y'all a little bit. Even if it was a decision, I have teenage daughters, and I have one that's currently in college and is thinking about going to university. It's kind of the same thing. I have to support a decision that she makes. She's 19, she's an adult, and the decisions she makes are her decisions. I can guide her, I can help her, I can give her suggestions, but ultimately, it's her decision. And it's kind of the same thing with us. Whatever we choose to do in our life, whether we choose to go to school, whether we choose to create a career on our own, or we choose to work for someone else, we all need to support each other. And I think with family, it's the hardest because, again, we didn't choose them. And Lord knows there's some family members I think everybody in every family would like to maybe exchange for one of their friends, or would love to have their friend as part of the family. It's just one of those things that happens. I mean, it's just our family. But for me, I'm very supportive of any of my family's decisions. And if they choose to, sell dogs and breed dogs, well, then that's what they wanted to do. If they chose to go to school and get a degree and have a career in whatever field that they want, I'm going to support that decision. I'm going to love them because they are my family. I'm going to remember whatever field they're in. If it's a nurse, I'm always going to know. For instance, my mother is a nurse practitioner and has her doctorate in nursing, teaches nursing at Del Mar. If I know somebody who's going to nursing school and is going through the program at Del Mar, I'm going to think about my mom and be like, oh, you know what? My mom teaches at Del Mar. Let me get in touch with her and make sure that you have somebody to lean on while you're in that school program. That is just one of those things. What are we talking about? Hey, Laura, we're talking about family supporting family, whether it's working, whether it's doing direct sales, or whatever decisions that you make in your life, and how our friends tend to be more supportive than our family. So, if a nursing student was going through that program, I'd be like, hey, Mom, so-and-so is going through this program. Can I get her connected with you? I am supporting my mother's career. I'm supporting my friend who's going through that program, and I'm connecting them. It's the same thing if somebody is in direct sales, or if they're doing anything else. If somebody is breeding dogs and you know that your friend wants that particular dog that your other friend is breeding, what do? You connect them. I'm posting LuLaRoe a lot lately because I absolutely love their clothes. The shirt, this is an Irma. It's from LuLaRoe. I love it. And I give shout outs, and I can connect you with any LuLaRoe consultant. I think they're consultants. Are they consultants? Anyway, so I can connect you. I love the leggings, and I promote that to people, but I don't sell it because it's just something I love, and I'd be more than glad to connect y'all with it. This necklace, it's a Premier Jewelry. I'd be happy to tell you where to get a Premier Jewelry. I don't know if they're consultants too. Anyways, you get my point. I think supporting family is huge, and I think that it's important, and this is very personal to me because I do not have that. I do to a certain extent. Certain family members are extremely supportive of me, but the majority of my family is not. They really just aren't. It's because we get busy in our lives and we do things that, we're selfish. I mean, I'm not going to I'm not going to sugarcoat it. People are selfish. And so if it's not pertaining to them, it doesn't benefit them, or it's not something they want or care about, then that's just what they're going to throw that out and not even worry about it. So I really think that the way that you treat your family may not be reciprocated. You may not get that support, but you've got to hang in there. And this is just a shout out for my direct sales girls and men and women. You've got to fight through that. Eventually, your family will come around. It doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you are. If your family is not supportive of you, it is going to hurt you, because it hurts your heart that they don't want to be behind you, that they don't want to hold you up, and that they're not there for you like you thought they were. It's just so easy for someone to be in a career as in the banking industry, or I don't even care, flipping burgers at McDonald's. They probably show up at McDonald's to see you and buy a burger because they wanted to see you because you're family, and be like, oh, that's the McDonald's my sister works at. But then when it comes to direct sales, they're not even supportive. They don't go, oh, I know somebody who could use your product, or hey, my sister sells this. And I really think that that's important. I think it's important that you remember what everybody does, whether it be direct sales or choosing a different path in their life. But I really wanted to just, chit chat about it. And Laura, how are you today? I just saw I don't know why your messages aren't coming through. Like all of a sudden they all come through like claps and anyways, I don't know what's going on. So what is everybody doing this afternoon? I need to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner. I have no idea what I'm going to cook for dinner. I got to think about that. And then as far as like my kids are concerned, I don't know about you, but are your kids supportive of each other? Probably not. It's part of that, like I said, we're selfish, and if it's not pertaining to them or it's not benefiting them, then they're not going to worry about it. But I think raising your children to be supportive and to lift each other up is extremely crucial, especially in today's society. We're just not very supportive of each other, and I think it's really wrong. I think it's really bad. I don't like it at all. So, again, we're just talking about family and being supportive of family and how we don't get to choose our family. And sometimes our family are ones that we would rather not have around, but it just happens to be that's just the way it is. So, let's see. It's a good choice for live. Oh, I don't know why my messages aren't popping up. Anyways, I'm going to let y'all go. I need to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner, and I hope to have another subject soon and at I guess, better time when people are off work. But for right now, I just really wanted to talk about this because it was on my heart, heavy on my heart. I have a lot of friends who are very supportive of me, and I love you all. Thank you very much for being supportive. But I also know that I have a lot of family members who are not, and it really has affected me, and I don't want it to affect anybody else. I want y'all to understand that whatever choice that you make and whatever decision that you make ultimately for your life, that is between you and God and your family, your immediate family. And so, I don't know why I said intermediate. Anyways, it is between you and your immediate family and God. And so whatever choice that you make with your life, just know that that's the right choice for you, and don't worry about haters, and don't worry about family not supporting you, and don't worry about everybody who wants to talk about you and just be hateful and ugly, because that is not important at all. When people are being ugly to others and talking bad about them or dragging them down or attempting to drag them down, it's more because they're so unhappy with themselves or they are followers. And you know what? That's one thing I cannot stand are followers. Those that want to, and I mean, don't get me wrong, followers like in a team and things like that, that's great. But if you're a follower, if you flock with the crowd that likes to beat people down and likes to be ugly, that's just evil, and that's just ugly, and it's not nice, and I don't like not nice people. So, but whenever it comes up to being supportive and cheering others on, I don't care whether someone sells makeup or oils or, like I said, breeds dogs. I'm going to support them, and I'm going to cheer them along, and I'm going to hope that they are successful. And that's the same way that you should be with everyone around you, and you should also be that way with your family, even if they're not like that with you. And as much as it may hurt that they're not supportive of you, just understand that eventually they will come around. It may be 2 years, it may be 3 years, it may be 10. Just stick with it, and eventually they are going to come around, and they are going to support you, and they are going to see that there is success in your path. Hey, Barbara. How are you, Barbara? Hey, Bobby. Are you still on? How are you? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hey, Teresa. So just understand that sometimes your family may not have your back all the time, but they will come around and they will support you eventually. But as far as your friends who are supportive of you, love them, appreciate them, and make sure that they know that they're appreciated. They need to hear that. They need to know that you have their back just as much as they have yours. So, what is everybody cooking for dinner? I need dinner ideas. I have no idea what I want to cook. And my daughter's already in the kitchen making egg drop soup. I'm like, I'm going to cook dinner in a little bit. And who makes egg drop soup at like 4:30 in the afternoon? Who am I kidding? Who makes egg drop soup? I don't make egg drop soup, but she does. She's good at that stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about family and being supportive of each other. And I hope y'all have a great afternoon. I planned pork chops, baked potato, corn. Oh, pork chops actually sound good. As long as there's no bone. I don't like anything with a bone. I know that's a crazy fact for you to know about me. I hate anything that has a bone in it. It just cannot have a bone in it. Anyways, grilled cheese and tomato soup. You know what? That's I think that's one of my mom's favorite. I do not care so much for that, but we had grilled cheese yesterday, so not for dinner, but for lunch. I gotta come up with something. I have no idea. Anyways, y'all continue to plug along. I love you all. Thanks for coming on, and I will be going live again soon. Bye.